Why are you gonna yawn right before we take a picture of you? Oh. Hello, hello, hello. Oh no, why are you gonna wake up right when we start our video? Come here. Hi, friends. There we go. I always like to make sure it's working. Look at this little bundle. I'm trying to fix my things. No, I don't want you to pull it all the way out. I know. Whoa! You got a burp stuck in there? Look how cute. Look at this sweet boy.
Come on. Join us.
Oh my goodness. You guys, look.
Do a little talk.
John, I cannot even handle it. I can't handle it. Hello, friends. Today's the day.
Oh, excuse me.
No wonder you were waking up. We're going to have to take care of that in a minute.
That was very
cute. We'll keep this somewhat short and sweet so that he can get a diaper change. That's hilarious. Hi. Sorry I missed you guys the other night. I apparently passed out, like, sitting up. Oh, mean mugging. Because he's his smushy face. Oh, it's because he's pooping, see? Anyway, yeah, John, I guess, came in and I was totally out of it. I'm tired now. I'm ready for bed, but it's just the quietest when all the other kids are in bed. Everything's calm and quiet, and it's about the only time we have to really, like, sit down and get coherent thoughts out, right? Hello, everybody. We know you guys have been waiting for this video. The amount of comments that we have gotten over naming this child, probably more comments than on anything since we've been vlogging.
Probably, yeah.
Except maybe like our very, very first pregnancy
like in every
announcement.
Single video. It's like if we
every
said
single video.
Name, if we said the word name,
Oof.
everyone
Yeah.
was all about
Oh, where you going? Where you going? So I love how invested y'all are. We want to share a couple things real quick. Oh, here, you hold this. Listen to that little sweet
Little Pilot Ranger.
Stop it.
Someone's commented.
Yeah, I know. You don't have to read everything people say.
I'm reading it.
Not out loud. You don't want anyone to watch it and think that that is not his name.
Okay, guys.
Stop.
I have to just admit, we have to cross Pilot Ranger off the list.
Okay.
It's not Pilot Ranger. Unfortunately. I know there's so many of you with your hopes up.
Nobody was hoping for that.
So many of you.
John. Here, I'm going to trade you. I'm serious about his silly names. Because it was a joke from the very... Can you burp him?
Burping.
It was a joke from the beginning. He's done this, like, with several of our kids. Come up with some ridiculous name and then, like, clung to it, like, this weird thing and made it a big fat joke. And it's just... No, I'm over it. Okay. So... You all are, like, it's the most entertaining thing. The number of... I don't know. I guess at this point it's just trying to guess what his name is. People trying to guess. We've gotten name suggestions up until today. Yeah, I'm telling you, it's the most invested I've ever seen anybody in anything ever. And it is so wild. So, for us, there were a few people that, like, made comments about we should know the name after 9 months and blah, blah, blah. Why don't we already have a name? Why are we keeping everyone waiting? Truly, we did not. Because I guess for a while it just didn't even feel real, you know? Like that surrealness of, like, I don't know, just having another baby. Like, we have exhausted a lot of our favorite names. And even though we used all of our favorite girl names, because we have 6 daughters, when it came to boy names, like, we have friends, like, our close friends all have boys, right? I mean, we have a friend with 3 boys, another friend with 3 boys, another friend with 2 boys. Like, we have so many people close to us with boy names, and we all kind of have similar tastes in names. So It was just harder than you would think. That said, for us, naming is like not something that is just like pull up a list from a website, close your eyes and pick one. Okay, that works. I saw a couple people saying like, why do you need to look at the baby first? Which you don't. I knew the girls' names before they were born. But it was just like a knowing. I just knew what their names were. Even with Marin, we didn't name her until we left the hospital officially, but when I found her name, I knew it was her name. It was just convincing John at that point. And look at this. Doing the dad sway. It's working.
I'm going to make a master class on the dad sway.
Yeah, there you go. Teach people how to do it.
50 hours of video content on how
Oh my
to do a
gosh.
proper
50
dad
hours.
sway.
Can you imagine? So, okay, if you look at the Bible, there are so many times when God gave a name. Like he said, you're going to have a child and this is their name. Or you look at the way the names are broken down. So even my name comes from the name Daniel. Daniel. It represents Elohim, which is God. My name means God is my judge. So it's like just the Daniel, like every part of it has this significant meaning. The name Jonathan means God gives or Yahweh gives. But the name John, John, means God is gracious. So like even Jonathan to John they mean two different things. So I think it's just wild to see that names have such a significance. Like even where are you, John? For John, like his name means God gives. And I feel like that has been represented in his life just with, I don't know, opportunities with it.
God gave me Danielle.
He gave him me with all of his children. Like,
Oh, it's Danielle.
yeah. Gave you to me? Yeah. You were the gift.
I was the gift.
He always jokes that he was the gift. My name means God is my judge. And like, that has always been how I've lived my life. Like, if I'm very sure about a conviction and very sure that it's something that God wants for me, for my family, you're not going to move me off that. And I don't really care if it's met with like criticism or people with negativity or maybe doing things differently than everybody else. Like, it doesn't bother me to be set apart and different from everyone else, because if I'm pleasing God, then that's all that matters. So it's just, to me, like, names are so significant and they have so much meaning. So it's not something that we wanted to take lightly at all, right?
Correct.
It's not something we just wanted to hurry up and decide and just tell everybody either. We took time to really like make sure that, you know, and to pray about it and to be certain of the name we were going to give this sweet child. Sweet blessing. Oh, do you like that angle, John? It's like MySpace. Oh, the MySpace picture angle. So yeah, so that's kind of what the holdup was. It was us making sure. I don't know if you guys know this. No, the name is not Daniel John. I was just giving you an example using my name and John's name about the meaning of names. So when we were pregnant with Israel, our other son, first boy after having 6 girls, we didn't know he was a boy. We had prayed for a son specifically, but didn't know. We should have known. We should have known that God was faithful, you know? I kind of had an idea, but like I didn't know. Anyway, John had a dream, and in his dream, there was 2 small children, and one of them said the name Israel, and he woke up immediately and was like, that's his name. And it was perfect. Like, we knew that's this baby's name. That if it was a girl, we were still going to name him Israel. Or I guess it would have been a her. Name her Israel. We just knew that was the name. So what's really wild is that this time John actually had another dream. And again, we didn't know we were having a son. But the only 2 times he's ever had a dream with a child's name in it were, you know, both of our boys. And so...
It's pretty wild.
Isn't that sweet? Yeah. So, but the thing was, we both were like, I don't know if I like it. And so it was kind of like this, like you had a dream about it. Obviously God is saying that, but do we do it as a middle name? Is this the first name? Like what? And then a whole conversation about that. So we kind of went back and forth a lot. So his brother's name is Israel, Jonathan, after his dad. And we were going to...
Oh, no, you gotta clarify what you're saying, because...
His brother.
Yeah.
The baby's brother.
The baby's brother.
Our first son's name is Israel Jonathan. We named him after John. Before he had a dream, I thought if we had a boy, I don't know any names. I guess maybe we can name him Jonathan. Like his first name could be Jonathan. And then they would both have his name, you know? I thought that was kind of sweet. Anyway. What are you thinking? John thought it was weird, but I thought it would be sweet.
Yeah, it was weird. Anyway,
that's not what we landed on. We ultimately felt like God was giving him this dream for a reason. Like, that's not just happens. That doesn't just happen that you see. And for John, you want to tell him like a little bit, like in the dream, you didn't know the name. You had never, right? Have you ever heard it before?
Yeah, I mean, I don't, maybe in passing, but it was very like, it was literally written out in the dream, and it was like us naming the baby.
So his dream was about us naming our baby that we did not know was a boy or a girl yet, because this was when I was still pregnant. And he saw a name, and it was not a name that he had ever heard or known. So it's like, how do you kind of argue with that? You don't, you know? So that basically is where his name came from. And I think it's actually perfect. I think here, scoot over. I think it represents our family well, it goes with Israel well, and we're excited to tell you that we have decided to name him. You want to bring him closer? That's such a weird angle. Turn him outward.
I don't know how to.
Oh my goodness.
Oh my goodness.
He said, "I don't know how to hold him."
I don't know what you want and how you want me to hold him.
Just put him back in my lap.
Oh my goodness, he's gonna wake up. You're about to cause issues.
Goodness gracious! They just gotta look at. Oh, that's a cute face. What are you doing there, buddy? Oh, look at that. He's so cute. Hold on. I'm going to turn around and tell you. I know everybody's impatient, but this is all important. I just got done telling everyone how naming is important. Look at that little smile. Okay, you guys, this is... You want to tell him or you want me to?
You can tell.
Are you sure? What?
You just like build it up. It's a lot of pressure now. I don't know.
So...
Say it.
You could tell him.
Don't point at me. You gotta say it and you gotta type it out too. Can you type
Okay, can I type?
Oh, maybe not. Okay,
I don't think I can type it.
Just say it.
Ah! Hold on, I'm touching things on the phone. I'm sorry.
Oh
No, don't cry. All right, John, just tell him his name.
The whole name?
Uh-huh.
Okay. This.
Oh, wait.
Introducing.
Oh, there.
Cohen David Murray.
They know the Murray part.
Oh, well, somebody didn't.
That's true. His name is Cohen. It comes from the Hebrew word Konahim, which means priest. Look at that. He's so cute. So it represents the priesthood, the Zadok priesthood that came from Aaron's lineage and the tribe of Levi. And they were the ones who provided like blessings, praying the Aaronic blessing over the people of Israel. They were the ones who, oh my gosh, he's smiling. Hold on. How do I turn it around? Oh,
you missed it.
He just was smiling.
He might do it again.
Oh. Anyway, they were like set apart. And it's just really sweet. And I think that it's kind of perfect. So he had this name in a dream. He saw it written out and he was like, I've never heard this name before. Looked it up, was like, what on earth? What are the chances that it would have such a significant meaning, like for us and our faith specifically? And then his middle name, David, is actually the other name we were going to name Israel. Israel David or Israel Jonathan. That was kind of where we were between, for a couple reasons. It means beloved. I love that King David in the scriptures was known as, here, you want to take him back? Sorry, I did. I made him mad.
I told you.
He was a man after God's own heart. And so for me, it's for my sons especially, for them to grow up and pursue God's heart above anything else, and to, even though they make mistakes and aren't perfect, but to just like seek the will of the Father and to love him. And that's like that's the only thing I could pray for. Like, that's the best thing that I could pray for my kids, and for any of them really. But also, there's a bug on the wall.
It's a lightning bug.
David is also the name of my mom's brother that had tragically drowned when he was 7. And so when my grandma was still alive, that's kind of when we were talking about naming Israel, and we thought we were going to name him David, and then we didn't. And so I just felt like honoring her, and it was her firstborn son, in that way, and giving him his middle name. So, right? Mm-hmm. Anyway, so Cohen David is his name. We love it. I think it fits him perfectly. I wasn't sure until we actually picked it, and now when I look at him,
yeah, like every time, like, even though I had the dream, and it was literally written out like on like a plaque, and I like woke up remembering like, oh, like, so if I had heard that name, I wouldn't have even thought like how to spell it that way. And what was I saying? Oh, so every time, but I was like, I'm not sure, like, maybe not, I don't know. And so every time that like we had another name come up, it was just kind of like, no, I still, like, it just still was there. Like, every time there was a potential for something different, that was just like, I just feel like that's the name. Like, I had this dream. It was just really weird that I had a dream about naming our son, and it was written out for me to see it. And so it was just hard for me to be like, no, that wasn't anything. So I just felt like just drawn to it at that point.
Yeah. Anyway, so that's his name. We're doing great. I haven't left my room, except today I came out and cleaned up a little bit and then came back. My mom's here. She's cleaning. She's keeping the kids up with their chores. John's been getting a lot of projects done around the house and stuff. But I am just trying to intentionally take it slow while we have the extra help and while I can, because when I do get up and move around, like, bleeding picks back up and stuff. Obviously, like, I saw a picture somewhere where somebody showed, like, the size of a placenta is like the size of a dinner plate. And when it detaches from the uterus after a baby's born, it leaves like a wound there. So healing is no joke. If you had like a dinner plate sized wound on the outside of your body where people could see it, they would be like, whoa, you need to, like, sit down, lay down, don't move. We need to take care of that, but it's on the inside and we don't see it. And so I think our culture sometimes prides themselves in bouncing back and getting back on your feet. But in my experience, having done that with our first like 3 to 4 kids compared to the last several children, really being intentional to rest, it makes a huge difference in healing, in postpartum emotions, in bonding with your baby. So while my mom is here and we have the extra help, I'm just staying in bed and watching TV and pumping milk around the clock and nursing him around the clock and just taking that time to really like bond with the baby and take care of him. And yes, David and Jonathan are best friends in the Bible, which is really sweet because that's both of their middle names.
Oh yeah, I didn't even think about that.
That was so sweet that you just pointed that out.
That's really cool.
Anyway, so yeah, we're doing good. I'm doing nothing, and I'm trying, now I've reached a point where I'm a little stir crazy and I'm a little bit like, get me out of this single room and these 4 walls. But at the same time, I get overwhelmed quickly, like trying to even just go out into the kitchen and all the things. So trying to tell myself it's okay, rest, slow down, don't worry about it. Everything's out there is taken care of and under control. I can get back into a routine, in a couple weeks. So, right? John's holding the fort down well. He's milking the cow. I'm milking myself. It's just
everybody's getting milked around here.
It's just that's the life. Yep.
Israel tried to milk some baby goats we have. I don't even know if we should. I think I forgot to post that video.
Oh, do you have it? We'll
Well,
have to
us
post
getting
that.
the
No,
goats?
Israel. Oh, yeah.
Oh, no, I didn't.
We didn't even talk about that. There was something in my hair. I don't know what it was.
Got baby goats not too long ago. It was 3 months old. And Israel was grabbed one by the tail and started grabbing its little teeth and saying, milk, milk, milk.
He's so funny. We'll have to make a reel out of that. Anyway, somebody asked if it was a girl, what the name would have been. I think it still would have been Cohen. We would have named her Cohen, I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe Olive. Cohen Olive or something like that. I'm not sure. I didn't think much about it. That's really, truly, we didn't think about names before the baby was born. So everyone, a couple people were like, you had 9 months and it was not a thought. I did not, except for the one video we made where we started talking about it because I was like, okay, we should probably start thinking, but I don't know. And to be completely honest, since I got that positive pregnancy test, I knew it was going to be a boy. I just we called him little brother through my entire pregnancy. Every time we talked to Israel, sometimes we would say brother or sister, but for the most part, we said, that's your baby brother in there. The whole time we just referred to it as a baby brother. So I think we just knew this time for the first time ever. Anyway, okay, y'all are super sweet. His name is Cohen David, and you can go back and watch the whole meaning behind it if you're so inclined. But I think we're going to go so I can get some rest. It's 9 o'clock where we are. No, it's not. Yes, it is. 9:05. I am tired. We're still waking up every few hours through the night. But we love you guys. We are so glad that you get to be along this journey, meeting our sweet little boy. Where is he? Look at him. He's so dang cute. His eyes are getting darker. They were baby blue when he was born, but they look like they're getting darker. So I don't know if they'll be dark blue or if they're gonna turn brown soon. Israel's were brown when he was born, which is crazy, but they're really dark brown. And then Adeline's eyes turned brown. I think she was 3 months old, maybe. Jude's eyes turned brown when she was 6 months old. And then Marin had blue eyes until she was a year old, and then they turned hazel. So I'm anxious to see what he ends up looking like. His hair is kind of dark now, but some of the girls had dark hair when they were that age, and it got lighter. So we'll see. Yeah. All right. Anything to add? John's tired too. Yeah.
I was Raven waking up early.
Yeah. All right. Love you guys.
Bye, guys.
We'll see you soon.